Hey guys, it's Madi Gordon from Austin Underground. It's South by Southwest 2016, and I'm here with XYLØ. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Great. Yeah.
I'm really good, thank you guys. So you're siblings, right? But there's a pretty big gap between you. Have you guys always been close?
No.
No.
Truthfully, we haven't. I'm 10 years younger than Chase, so I'm 21. He's 31. Growing up, we didn't really know each other that well because of the age gap. He lived in Hollywood. I lived in the suburbs with my parents, and no older dude wants to hang out with their little sister. So it wasn't until really when I turned about 18, 19 that he asked me to work on some stuff with him, and I was maturing. I wasn't as annoying as a little kid was, and we started to form a bond then.
Awesome. So how did you guys get started into music? Do you come from a musical family, or was it just something you picked up?
Yeah, our family are all musicians. Not our parents, but our grandfather is a jazz drummer and studio percussionist. And our uncles as well. They were in a rock band in the 80s. So we were born kind of into that
Yeah.
musical family and the lifestyle, I guess. So
It's really cool. And I know you guys have a really extended family with your fan base. I've looked through your Twitter timeline. It is all replies to people tweeting at you. What's it like to be able to really interact and have a real connection with your fan base?
I love it. I feel I'm such a dork, but I feel like they're like my friends. I talk to them every day, and I know who everyone is kind of, just because I feel like the two of us are so active with them. And we talk to kind of the same people every day. You start to know who they're at, whatever their login is or username. I think it's really cool to be able to form a relationship with people and you kind of don't know who they are. It's very mysterious, and I think that they give us a lot of confidence, and it kind of feels like you're
Definitely.
building a bigger and bigger family. Each time you put something out there, you gain a fan and you feel like they're part of your family.
Yeah, that's so nice. I also know you guys just released your new EP, America. Can you tell us, why did you choose that name?
well, it's the first song we put out.
Yeah, and it's the single on the EP. That song means a lot to the both of us. It was a personal experience that I went through with my boyfriend. He's from England, and he was forced to leave the country because of his visa. So the song's about a country that's forcing two people apart through immigration. And I think that song just kind of represented that chapter in our lives, and it
Yeah,
kind of was like the grandfather of the EP.
definitely. Yeah.
That's very cool. I also saw the cover. Yeah. And it was you guys in sand dunes. Can you give a little taste of what that experience was like?
Yeah,
Shooting in the sand dunes?
Yeah, we did that up north of where we live in California. It's up the coast. It's called Pismo Beach.
Pismo Beach.
Yeah. And my friend Steven Taylor, he was the photographer, and he just kind of had this idea of all white and almost like a Moroccan vibe, and we found the dunes, and it turned out a lot different than the original vision, but I think it turned out cool, and it was a really fun experience that day.
Yeah.
We drove our cars
On the
literally
sand.
on the sand. They let you drive.
The water was coming up next to my
Yeah.
car got stuck. We all had to push
We
it.
had to push our car out. It was a really fun
Once
day. And
you-
we hiked through these
Yeah.
dunes. It was
And
epic.
once you got on the dunes, you really felt as if you were on another planet. Because everything's so perfect and
Yeah.
smooth. It was beautiful.
People go there to off-road, and ATVs and they're trucks with huge tires, but this
It was
this-
secluded.
the part that we were in was totally untouched. It was the sand was perfect, and it was huge dunes, huge, 70 right 90 foot.
That
Huge-
sounds
huge dunes. It was
beautiful.
awesome. Yeah.
All right. I also, you guys have a tour coming up soon, maybe? Can you give us a little idea about that?
We don't really have a tour coming up yet, but we do have some dates following South by.
Yeah.
More on the West Coast when we go home. And then we're just focusing on the album right
Yeah.
now.
We're really just writing right now.
But we're hoping to do a tour at the end of the summer. For sure.
That's cool. Do you have a like dream location, somewhere you'd love to go?
Oh yeah,
Europe.
anywhere in Europe.
Yeah.
I'm so down. I really want to go to London because I feel like we have a strong fan base there, and I just love that city. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Okay, so last, in the America video, that was so beautiful. It was so like cinematic. Can you tell a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll start with something, then you can explain about the
Yeah.
whole process of shooting it. But for the mask figures, that obviously represents the experience that I went through, like the country that's forcing two people apart. But we kind of wanted that to be up to the viewer to interpretate like who or what those mask figures represent. So they kind of just represent like any authority figure. It could be your parents, it could be a religion or whatever. But yeah, those were my favorite part of the video. It was so hot that day. It was like 90 degrees, and it was all of our friends in the video, making them wear those masks with black bomber jackets that were suede and like black pants and black Doc Marten boots. And everybody was just like, it was so funny. They were dying.
Yeah. And a convertible with no AC.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my gosh.
blazing. Yeah.
Just tell a little bit about.
Yeah. So our friend Riley Harper directed it. And originally what we were going to do was we were going to work with these directors in Canada. And Riley was going to kind of second unit direct the shots with Paige and I in California just to like keep us under a budget. So the Canadian crew was going to do their stuff in Canada. Riley was going to shoot with us. We got the treatment and we weren't really satisfied with it. So we got on the phone and we just started bouncing ideas together. And originally the whole mask thing was totally different. It was more like hooded Yeezus kind of guys with like a huge fire like in a front yard, and like we just wanted to do something dark like that symbolize kind of that, you know, government. Yeah, Big Brother, exactly. Totally. And it ended up evolving into obviously what it is, but basically how we got the video done was just all of our friends and family just like coming together, pulling every favor possible. We were on like a really limited budget. Dree Hemingway is my wife's cousin. Asked her like huge favor to like be in the video. We brought her to dinner originally. She got food poisoning.
Yeah. Like, will you be in
off
our video?
ceviche, like literally at the restaurant. She was like in the bathroom throwing up. And a month had gone by, and it somehow all the stars aligned those 2 days and like came together. Chris Glassman is a friend of mine. He played the male role. The car was loaned to us from one of Riley's friends.
No permits to shoot it.
No,
anywhere.
we didn't pull no permits. It was at
like
Dree's mom's house.
Dodging the cops like in every shot.
we almost got ticketed and the car impounded because the car wasn't registered. So we just like
we winged it.
Just winged it and like crossed our fingers, and like we're definitely, for our first video and for Riley's first video ever directing, like I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Like
we're really proud.
I mean, it kind of is just exactly what XYLØ has been up until that point, where it's just, everything is just DIY. Like we make our own music at my house. You know, it's all produced. I produce it. I mix it. Like at the time when we were putting our music out on the internet, we were basically acting as our own record label, just getting it, you know, mastered and putting it up online. Having our young manager like help us every step of the way, and it just felt really DIY. So when we did that, it was just like
it just made sense.
It was
Perfect
just like
sum.
it was just like it was exactly just like what XYLØ was. You know, things have since changed, but yeah, it was really great experience that obviously we'll never forget.
And we really like to have a lot of creative control, obviously, so it was kind of nice to be able to like hold this all together ourselves.
Riley, being able to work with Riley, that's, like-minded, and he's obviously he's a very talented photographer, and it was nice, I think, for Paige and I, for our first thing, being so picky how we are. It was nice to work with somebody that is open-minded, and they don't have an ego, and they don't completely take creative control, they're able to it was able to be a collaboration, so.
Well, it turned out beautifully.
Thank you so much.
I wish you guys so much luck in the future. I will definitely be seeing you again soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
And
much.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Thanks.